Ben Simmons, everyone says he's like LeBron and he's like Magic. He's like all these different people. He's just like himself. But, of course, last night you had the NBA draft. I'm not really a draft watcher. I don't watch any of the drafts. I think the last draft that I paid attention to maybe was LeBron, and that was about it, only because he was from Ohio. All right, future, as they call him, the king of basketball. What the hell that means? Pat writes, good morning. Good morning, Pat. Good to see you. Always a pleasure. Omar writes, good morning. Carolyn writes, good morning, Chop Shot. Hit the like button. Thank you, Carolyn. Appreciate you. Do hit that like button. Ms. D writes, greetings and salutations, Team NI, hashtag Friday. Kashana, I see you. Good morning. Good morning, Angela. She writes, happy birthday, little Buddha. Oh, and then a chorus of well wishes for little Buddha. Kashana, Tracy, thank you. Carolyn writes, work, 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 work. That's right. Daryl writes, happy birthday, little Buddha. Calvin writes, hey, what's up, little Buddha? Yes, thank you very much. I will transfer this to her. I think she's sleeping now. And she was so charged up about her birthday yesterday. Because when you're 11, you get charged up. When you get in your 40s, your 50s maybe, it's like, birthday. I mean, what kind of person are you? Some people are like, on their birthday, they want to go all out. In fact, the new rage now is, I'm celebrating the birthday for my whole month, right? 3-month birthday. Every day is my birthday. That's a little overkill for me. But, hey, do what you do. Do what you do. But at 11, she just can't wait. She can't wait to be older. You remember that feeling when you couldn't wait to be older? As you get older, can you wait to be older? Yeah, buddy. Yes, you can. Dear writes, yes, I remember you would talk about little Buddha being born on the air. Yes, time is flying. Yes, live on the air. And in a lot of ways, she's grown up live on the air. First in public radio, and then making a transition to commercial radio. It's just only natural to talk about your world. Okay, I'm an opinionist, and I'm an observationist. So I observe and I comment. What's more, what does a father observe more than his little baby girl? And many of you were with me through that process. Well, whether it was a weekly basis in some cases, right, doing a weekend show, or when I was on a daily basis. And all the ups and downs of being a father. I'm telling you, it's deep. But what I will say is my wife and I are very lucky. She is a beautiful little girl. Beautiful. Never really given us any real trouble. Very smart, very bright, very athletic, very intelligent. I mean, really, I'm raising the kind of person that I don't mind being around. You know what I'm saying? I'm raising the kind of person that is cool to be around. And now she's got her own interests. She listens to me when I try to tell her my thoughts about the world. I mean, she couldn't be more of a pleasure. You know what I'm saying? She's a real pleasure. And I'm hoping Junior turns out the same way. Well, don't come in here, brother. We got a good thing going on with the kid thing. Follow suit. Good morning, Kara. She writes, good morning to your daughter, little Buddha. Absolutely. Cruther writes, Time Warner Cable. $1,200 a year, shaking my head. I bought an antenna. That's right. See, the new move is you got people with these Fire Sticks. You got all type of antennas. You got DirecTV. You've got all these competitors to cable. So it'll be interesting within the next 20, 25, 30 years if we're around that long. How is this all going to develop? Derek writes, oh, yeah, let me nominate John Lewis. What? And the rest of those Dems for Gilligan of the Week, for probably smelling like stank ass, for doing the city and then coming out to the press singing, we shall overcome. That was Gilligan-ish. Wow. Okay. Well, so let it be written. So let it be done. Shout out to John Lewis. What? We nominating civil rights icons? I mean, he got beat up. He got beat up for the cause, man. Give him a break. Cruther writes, I agree, Karamia, and I'm a vet. I didn't join to fight no war. Monique writes, so true. Both my kids graduated from college over 2 years ago, and it's just moving out. That college debt is no joke. Yes, empty nester now. Okay, don't rub it in, Monique. But enjoy it. Enjoy it. Yeah, and that's lucky. So you're lucky it was only 2 years after college. telling you, you got some folks who stand into their 30s. 30. And what is mom and dad supposed to do? Kick you out and say, go what? What? Go sell heroin? What are you supposed to do? No. You know, they want to protect the baby bird. You're a grown baby bird living at home with me. And so now you got the whole dynamic of your kid is grown. What I suggest is what I suggested before. In that moment, you start setting rules. There's nothing that a grown person hates more than being at so-called home and you got to follow other people's rules. I mean, they can even be ridiculous. They can even be rules that you know you should follow. It's just something about being a young adult. You're not going to tell me what to do, right? Nothing to push them out faster. Nothing to push them out faster. Like, I ain't coming back, right? Right? Jesus. Oh, boy. So, again, like I was saying, that's what you do. You want to get your grown kids out, you just set up a bunch of rules. Give them a curfew. Then give them a curfew. And that curfew will kill them. No matter what other rule you give them. You telling me I can't stay out when it's dark no more? And I'm 27? That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Some of y'all trying to be friends with your kids and make them. I'm going to make you, I'm washing their clothes. You can't wash your grown children's clothes. They'll never move out. What do you want for lunch, son? Lunch? Man, please. I won't be making lunch for my grown children, okay? I'm just telling you off the top. You know where the kitchen is, bro. If anything, you should be making lunch for me, right? Don't get me started. What else here? Mike writes, got to get one of those fire sticks and jailbreak it. What? What's that mean, jailbreak it? Jeremiah writes, were we distracted by Congress' fake gun law stunt to pass the bill to register our daughters to fight their wars? I knew there was something behind Miss America win and her career in the military. I am outraged. I can't much fight off a rapist, let alone fight in combat. Women and men are genetically different in many ways. The hell with women's lib. What? The hell with women's lib? Isn't lib short for liberation? You don't want to be liberated, Karamia? And you got many women out there that want to join the military. They want to fight on the front lines. Okay? They feel that way about the country. That's what they want to do. Maybe they come from a military background. I'll be honest with you. When the bullet starts flying, I don't care if I don't care if you're a male or female, as long as you're on my side. That's all I really care about. Can men and women exist in combat? You damn right they can. Why can't they? We got the same uniform on, and we're shooting in the same direction. Seems like a good point. Hey, seems like a friend to me. I have no problem with women in combat whatsoever. If that's what you want to do, go right ahead. If you can make it through SEAL training, go right ahead. There are some men out there that are not as physically as strong as some women, okay? It's the truth. Damien writes, what do you think of the UK vote to leave the EU? Unfortunately, this could be leading to President Trump. Yes, that's right, the UK. And how are they going to leave the European Union? And as I understand the European Union, essentially it's a connector. It's a tie that binds between the many European nations. They even have similar currency, similar laws, jurisdictions, sharing some economic some overlaps. So that's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out. And why will that lead to a President Trump again? Tell me that, though. That's what I don't get. Monique writes, yep, I believe it. I retired from TWC. Check your statements. Wow. Yeah, check your statements. And, the best way to do it is to do it by small amounts. So maybe it's just $5. Maybe your bill should have been $175. It's really $180. And you pay $180. You're paying $5 extra per month. Okay? So in a year, that's $60 per year they're getting from you. If you get 1,000 people, that's $60,000 per year. If you get 40,000 people, How much money is that? That's like $240,000 per year. And all you're taking is $5 a month. I'm telling you, where does this money go? Probably into the pockets of some of the, some of the fat cats. You know it. Jerica writes, good morning, fam. Trump will always be the top Gilligan on my list. Absolutely. Absolutely. Brent writes, I think it will lead to an economic meltdown. It's going to impact markets globally. At Damien, absolutely. It sure will be. And I remember being in college, like in the mid-90s, late 90s, taking political science courses, and we were discussing the European Union and its possible impact, the longevity. See, back then, political scientists, they believed that the next world war was going to be sort of like a financial catastrophe because so many of the global markets were being tied together. I'm telling you the truth. I'm also reading that David Cameron is resigning. So he's no longer going to be the prime minister of the UK. So numerous things percolating. What else? Tonika writes, I remember you talking about her when she was 2. Happy birthday, little Buddha. Wow. I remember, well, from time to time, I come across photographs when she was younger. And as a matter of fact, we've got a photograph that, I don't know, it's just like out. It should be really somewhere protected. But it's a little photograph of her when she was 1, 2 years old. It's Christmas time. You know, I ain't really on that Christmas stuff, but it's Christmas time. So she got like a little Santa Claus hat on. And she's like surrounded by presents. But she looks so much like her brother now that, you know, from time to time we show her. And that's Sissy. But I remember that. Good morning, Brittany. Glad to have you. Damien writes, until all children begin to receive the same education in schools, we need affirmative action. Craig writes, what up, Chop Shop? What up, Craig? Good morning, Rhonda. She writes, good morning, late, but here. Derek writes, hell no. Just like Chris Rock said, the white people had 400-year head start. They're gonna be all right. And I agree. Omar writes, boo-hoo, Becky with the bad grades can't get in school. Welcome to the club. Hashtag, now you know what blacks have gone through. Wow. Becky with the bad grades? Boo-hoo, Becky with the bad grades? Funny. I like that. It's a good one, Omar. That's hilarious. Currently 7:45 a.m. in the Queen City. Nate Ivey with you. We'll be right back.
When is the best time to talk to your family about staying in touch during a disaster? When floodwaters reach your door? When wildfires are engulfing the edge of your neighborhood? Or an earthquake is destroying buildings? When a tornado is tearing through town? Or a hurricane strikes? Or is the best time perhaps today? During a disaster, you may not be able to stay in touch with your family or friends as easily as you think. And it's not always as simple as using your cell phone. That's why now is the time to take action. Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Here's my question. My question is very, very simple. Very simple question for you. Is Baltimore State Attorney Marilyn Mosby, is she going to end up taking the fall for this? And by this, I'm talking about the fact that it looks like maybe this is the trend now. But now Caesar Goodson, he was one of the 6 Baltimore police officers who is being tried in the death of Freddie Gray. Remember Freddie Gray, Baltimore? And we remember the images of him being hoisted up like he was just a slab of meat that you take into the slaughter. They throw him in the back of the police containment vehicle. Some might say paddy wagon, whatever you want to call it. And apparently he suffered some serious spinal cord injuries that led to his death. The individual who was driving